guys, this is part of the 3-part series, the third part. So before this we had a taste test of 3 different versions of Kit Kats. Second, we tasted different versions of chips. And now we have this 2 different versions of biscuits. So one is a Gerry biscuit, which is a matcha cracker. So it's a very small pack, it has just like 2 biscuits in this, and on top of it you will have the matcha flavoring. And then we have this choco chip
cookies. It's
cookies.
more like cookies only.
Interestingly, it is a bit less sweet, so probably
it might taste a bit bitter because of the chocolate chips. I think so.
Maybe the cocoa factor might be a bit overpowering, like a dark chocolate based, or they specifically would have put very less sugar. Let's start with the, what is it? Chips.
So chips more.
Okay, so this is a particular brand of chips which I think I saw in the Billion supermarket, probably in some couple of mini markets, also in 7-Eleven if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So this was a very prominent kind of a biscuit brand that I saw in a couple of such supermarkets. This particular kind of design is also something which really stood out. There are 2 versions of this. One is the regular chocolate and this is the less sweet chocolate. So we actually got both of them, but over here for this review we are just going to be reviewing this particular biscuit and the Gerry matcha cracker.
So it is a 4.9 ringgit.
So it's somewhere around 90 rupees. So I would say it is about a little bit shy of $1.5 USD.
Yeah.
So yes. So
Just look at the packaging, it's very neat and clean
I
pack.
think it's, by the look it is tempting. Let's see how does it.
You know, this looks very similar to Good Day biscuits in India,
Yeah.
where there are choco chip based chocolate cookies or biscuits.
So I don't know, but there is one brand called Hide and Seek, and I can smell the same.
So being an Indian, we definitely have some reference points. There is not much reference point for this though, but since we are reviewing this particular chip, we keep calling it chips. They call it chips. That's why. So it's a chocolate chip, but it's a biscuit. Yeah. So let's go for this biscuit. Okay.
I think I won't be able to finish it, so share this.
Oh, that's okay. So there is no particular branding or particular texture or design on top of the biscuit, but there are a couple of chocolate chips.
Choco chips
On top of it.
Krudisha, I've already started eating it. See?
It's so
tempting. I just couldn't resist myself, so I started.
Okay.
I feel it is less sweet.
The way I thought that it might be bitter, it's not that bitter.
Yeah.
It's normal. The way chocolate tastes, it's like that.
It tastes like a chocolate biscuit is supposed to taste.
Yeah.
There is a couple of this choco chips. I am not able to taste it very specifically.
Yeah. Actually.
It still feels sort of like a dry biscuit. A chocolate biscuit, no doubt, but a little bit dry. If I were to compare it with the Indian hide and seek chocolate biscuit or the choco chip Good Day or the choco nut Good Day, I think all of those 3 would be certainly
better than this.
Better rated than this particular type of biscuit. But then again, the sugar level is less, is what they say. So normally in a biscuit, the sugar percentage would be somewhere around 25%. So the original would have 30%. This version has 20%.
Oh, okay.
And normally it is around 25%.
On an average, yeah.
So it is a little bit less sweet. That's good. That's good. But I think enough of tasting.
Yeah, actually.
This particular biscuit.
Yeah. So guys, waiting time.
But if you're since we are all Indians, here in India we don't really taste a biscuit just by itself. We have it with some tea, some chai,
or milk.
But it's 9 PM right now. We don't really have chai or tea at this time.
It's at dinner time.
But I think this is something which will be tasting pretty good with chai also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree.
It's a good snack to have with a tea or something.
Let's go for a rating.
Yeah, sure.
So I think with the less sugar thing, it's good, but in India we have a good biscuits apart from this, so I'll go 6 on 10 rating for this.
Cool. So in my case, even I would give it a 6 out of 10. It's not bad by any standard, but probably for the same price, I don't really need to go to Malaysia or even import this kind of biscuit from Malaysia. I will get the chocolate hide and seek version, or I just simply get the Good Day
Biscuit.
from Britannia, the Good Day Choco Nut version. Those biscuits, they taste pretty good on, by themselves, and with tea it would taste even better. So it is not bad. I will give it a 6. But compared to say a hide and seek or a choco nut, I would give both of those probably around an 8 out of 10. 8 or probably even an 8.5.
Yeah,
What about you?
even I will give 6 out of 10. As they both have given the reviews, my reviews are nothing different from them. As I said, we have different biscuits or cookies in India, which I'll definitely prefer.
So moving on, we now have the Gerry Matcha crackers. So first and foremost, this comes from Garuda food brand. Interestingly, this is something which is, if I'm correct, based more out of Indonesia.
Indonesian brand.
You get these biscuits in Malaysia, and they are also imported in India. But India gets two particular flavors. One is the cheese flavor, which is just a sort of like a yellow colored
Cheese layer
topping
on
on top of biscuit, on a cracker, not just a regular biscuit on a cracker. The second version is a white colored coconut kind of a flavor, and this seems to be probably the third flavor. You don't get this in India from what I have seen. So in those two versions, I have tasted both. The coconut was very mild, probably didn't even taste much of a coconut flavor. The cheese one, on the other hand, it was absolutely
cheesy.
fabulous. By itself, it was good, pretty good. But when you had it with tea, that cheese would actually melt, and it gave a very different kind of a flavoring.
It will be next level taste actually, guys.
It was not like a savory kind of a cheesy taste, but at the same time not very sweet either. It was somewhere in between, and it tasted brilliant. So high hope for this kind of matcha flavored biscuit. How about you guys? What do you feel?
Yeah, the cheesy one, as Vishal mentioned, he only introduced those flavors to me. So I like the cheesy wala flavor, but I will definitely like to try this one.
Okay, so this is how it looks. So it's a cracker. On top there's a fairly thick sort of like a cream topping. On the back, it's a cracker which has a lot of sugar crystals
on it. And guys, the way matcha layer is looking at it, means we can compare it with the Kit Kat texture. I can see in that way that the texture on that Kit Kat and the texture on this is somewhat same.
Yeah, could be. And in Kit Kat, if I'm correct, the wafers are a little bit sweet. The cracker, by design, by the way it is made, the cracker itself is not supposed to be sweet. So it's just the flavoring on top. I think this is something which you should have more with tea, but by itself also we'll get a pretty good understanding. So let's go for it. It has that matcha sort of a smell.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
This goes really well with the cracker. I like it.
There's a matcha. There's a hint of matcha bitterness.
Yeah.
The green tea, obviously, that flavoring is there. The cheesiness is very obvious. It's sort of like a yellow cheese flavor cracker
with matcha.
With matcha flavor on top of it.
So I don't know, you guys have tried. I know one biscuit called Little Hearts in India. It is very famous. The backside of this cracker
looks similar to that.
Yeah, it is similar to that with the flavor of matcha. So this is a good combination to try out.
Seriously, guys.
I think this is pretty good. I'm pretty sure with tea, when this topping starts to little bit melt, it will give a very different kind of a taste, but very, very nice. So what I know is that the rating is, whatever rating you give for this, it's only gonna improve further when you have it with tea.
Seriously.
So yeah, this cracker is crispy. The cracker by itself doesn't have much of a taste. It's okay. That's how a cracker is supposed to be. The topping is something which really stands out and makes this entire package taste brilliant.
So we have double thumbs up from me for this biscuit.
So let's go for a rating.
Yeah.
I'll start this time with
This
rating.
time, yeah.
So as you can see, I have already finished the part which Vishal had given to me. For this, I'll rate it 9 on 10 for me. Seriously. And if we tasted it with tea, it will be definitely 10 on 10.
So for me, by itself, it is very unique. The taste is pretty good. So the taste itself, I would give it an 8.5. The novelty is like another 0.5. I would give it a 9. With tea again, like what Shraddha said, it definitely improves. I'm not sure if I would give it a 10 altogether, but a 9.5 certainly. It is that awesome. If you can't get your hands on the matcha flavor, at least get your hands on that yellow cheesy cracker from Gerry from Garuda Foods.
So guys, my rating would be on 8.5. So I mean, I like the flavor, I like the crispiness of the cracker, and I like the sugary backside of that cracker, and it was very apt, and definitely I'll have this with my tea. So yeah, this would be an 8.5 for me.
If you were to compare this with the matcha Kit Kat, how would you compare it?
Yeah, well, I definitely prefer biscuit on matcha Kit Kat because Kit Kat was very sweet and very milky in flavor.
I think for me, I'll prefer this thing cracker over the Kit Kat because Kit Kat was a creamy one. This is the balance of both. I mean, the creamy, the cracker, the crunch, and perfectly fine with the sugar thing.
I would definitely rate this better than the Kit Kat, the matcha flavor Kit Kat. Why? Because like let's imagine if the Kit Kat were to be absolutely flat, shaped like a square biscuit. The one thing which this has, that Kit Kat doesn't have, is that you can actually taste this with tea. You can't be, take a Kit Kat, put in tea and then taste it. That's not gonna happen. This is actually something really good. Like if you can get your hands on this, do that. If you don't, like I said, go for that yellow cheesy cracker. It is that good. Don't go so much for the coconut version. That's very mild. Won't really be very helpful. So yeah, I think this was something which all across I think we gave it like almost like a 9 or so.
9, yeah.
And this got an average 6.
6.
So guys, but do try this out and let us know about this.
Yeah, and if you are a Malaysian, or I think this is Malaysian based, although it has some Chinese, I don't know, characters on top of it. So if you're from Malaysia and you are huge fans of this Chips More brand, it's okay. I'm pretty sure you have your reasons to believe that this is the best chip out, not chip rather, biscuit out there. Please try and get your hands on some of the Indian versions of the Choco chip based biscuits. I'm pretty sure you'll love it. Okay, that's it from us.
That's it from us.
Thank you.
Thank you.